Hey YouTube, today we're going to do a little comparison of two very common types of Rolex watches. And since I happen to have this other one here in my possession, I figure I would show the differences. A lot of people don't understand. So what we have here in front of us, on the right we have a Rolex Submariner diver's watch, and on the left we have a Rolex GMT aviator watch. And we're going to start off with this Submariner. This is my watch that I wear every single day. This is a 116610 Submariner. This is a super case ceramic bezeled diver's watch, and some of the features of this watch are it has this super case on it, which means it's got a very beefy lugs right here. The crown guards are very beefy, and if you'll look here where the bracelet meets the watch, there's a very sharp edge here because the case is so much larger. This is a 40 millimeter watch, and it is a diver's watch. So the bezel is going to be unidirectional. It only goes one way, and you cannot turn it back the other way. And the reason for that being is, this is what a lot of people don't understand, is when you go underwater, if you're diving with this watch, you're going to want to turn this bezel to where the minute hand is. You put the triangle where the minute hand is, and it counts up to how many minutes you've been under. So the reason it will only turn one way is if you were to accidentally turn this back the opposite way, it would take time off of how long you've been under, and you could actually die. So you see, they only want it to go one way, but if you accidentally hit it this way, it would show that you've been under longer than you actually have, and you can return to the surface and still have plenty of oxygen in your oxygen tank. Pretty cool design. This super case came out in 2011, and it has a machine steel clasp on it, and what that has, and this is dirty because I wear it every day, it has a glide lock clasp to adjust your arm size to go over a diver suit, or if you're wearing it every single day, it's for when your arm swells up in the heat and everything. Pretty cool watch. This is a real common Rolex watch. This diver's watch, this Submariner. Pretty neat, and we're going to compare it to this GMT Master 2. Now this is an older one, and this is not a super case, and this one I'm going to have fixed for a guy that I know. I used to own this watch. This is actually the second Rolex watch I ever had. This one's from the 1990s, and this one does not have a ceramic bezel on it. It is an aluminum insert on here. It's still a 40 millimeter watch, but if you look at these two side by side, the one on the right looks quite a bit bigger, but it really isn't. So if you'll notice the size of these lugs right here as compared to the one on the left, it's a lot bigger looking, but it's still, if you measure from here to here, it's still a 40 millimeter watch. They're exactly the same size. Now, a lot of people ask, what is the difference in a Rolex Submariner and a Rolex GMT? And I'm going to show you right now the differences. I showed you all the features of the diver watch. Now I'm going to show you the features of this. So the first big difference is this bezel will go both ways. You can rotate it either way. So the reason for that being is this has a third hand on it. If you'll look at the red GMT hand, that is actually a second hour hand that it has. So when you pull this watch out and you do 2 clicks here and you advance the time, you'll notice the GMT hand moves at the same pace that the hour hand does. That's how that works. And the reason being for that is you use the same minute hand, and you can put this number here on any number for any other time zone that you're currently in. And it's for airline pilots, supposedly, traveling across different time zones, and you can know what time it is back home. So this here would be 2:27, and the regular time where we are now would be 7:27, because this hour hand measures to 7, and this one's on the 2. It's a really neat concept. You can do 2 different time zones at one time. This also has the date on it, and the way you set a date on a GMT is you go 1 click out. You do 1 click out, and that will only advance the hour hand, and it goes over, and the date changes every 24 hours. It doesn't have a quick set like the like the Submariner does right here, because it has an extra hand here. There's more stuff in the mechanism here. Like I said, this one's not running, but we're gonna correct that here soon. So you would have your date advance with the hour hand, and then you would have your regular time set with the second click. Now these things aren't as depth certified as a regular diver watch, but they are still pretty much waterproof. This one here features the whole case that has the holes in the case for the bracelet. It has hollow center links on them, and that causes it to be a lot of stretch on them. This one's had a lot of wear on it. And if you compare that to the newer ones, these center links are solid, as you can see, so it's not going to get as much stretch. And I wear this one every day too, and there's absolutely no stretch on them. This one's quite a bit heavier because of the solid center links and the bigger case on it. But diver watch versus aviator watch, a lot of people's never explain what the differences is, and you can also see the differences in the new ceramic version. It's a lot more glossy and stuff like that, and this is just an aluminum insert on this bezel, where the one on the right looks a lot bigger than the one on the left. That's not the case on the Class. The Class is a lot cheaper made. I've always said that about Rolexes, and this one's in a little bad shape, but it's stamped steel, and this doesn't have a glide lock on it. What it has is a diver extension that seems to have a little bit of problems, needs to be fixed. So that's your only adjustment on the fly, is just to close this diver extension, they call it, and you can wear it like that. And if it swells up or you need to put it on a diver suit, you can extend it out like that instead of having more precise adjustments like on the newer model one. Pretty neat little concept here, and it's cool to see how things change over time. These watches have gotten a lot heavier, seems to be a lot more durable, but this one's been around since, around 1993, 1994, and it's still going away. It just needs to be serviced and gone through, and we'll do a little polish job on it and everything. We'll see if we can get it back in the shape, and I'll do an after video on it. If you have any questions on the difference in a GMT and a Submariner, feel free to reach out to me. I knew quite a bit about them. I'm not an expert on them though, but I'll try and answer any questions you have. Thank you very much for watching my video today, and you folks have a great day.